Hello, St. Paul Lutheran Church. How are you? No, I mean, really, how are you? How are you feeling? At the end of the Zoom session of the CAT interpretation with Pastor Anderson last week, when she asked if there were any questions, there were a couple, and then there was complete silence. I understand that. There was a lot of information given, although in an hour and a half, in a pretty quick period of time, and pretty quickly to take it all in. I understand that silence is now turning into, after a time of processing and wondering and thinking about what you heard, and if you have, and I encourage you, if you haven't, to come pick up a printed copy of the CAT in the church office. Maybe now you're ready to dig in, and you really have some questions, and you're wondering, really, what is this saying about St. Paul, and why does it matter? What are we supposed to do with it? Those are all good questions. And that's why I ask, how are you feeling? Because I, as your transition consultant, have covenanted with you to walk with you in this journey of transition as you prepare to move into the call process. First, I and the transition team will be meeting with council at their meeting on November 15, dedicating a really good chunk of time to dig into that CAT, to answer questions, to listen to each other as how people received that information that was given based on the data that you all, as members of St. Paul, shared in that assessment, in that online tool, the CAT. But before that, I and the transition team are offering a very special opportunity to you. And that is, we are having a small group, what we're calling CAT conversations. We're limiting them to about 6 people so that everyone really has a chance to take their time to think and ask questions and share thoughts and concerns and reflections, and we can really listen to each other. I'll be facilitating those conversations, and there will be a member of the transition team there taking notes so that everyone's comments and questions and thoughts and concerns can be brought together and make sure that that's part of all the information we use during the transition process. We've put together the first week, starting this Sunday, November 7, a first set of slots that you can sign up for. And again, we're asking you to sign up so that we can try to keep these small groups truly small group. You can sign up 3 different ways. You can sign up on a sign-up sheet in the Narthex at church. There's a link in the e-news for a sign-up genius type where you can sign up, or you can call the church office. And the schedule is included in the e-news for you to see. I would strongly encourage you, if you were not able to participate in that Zoom session of the interpretation with Pastor Sara, to see the link in the e-news where you can go and you can watch the recording of it. And you may want, if you did participate, you may like to watch it again, especially if you're going to be in one of these, participate in one of our small groups. It would be really helpful, I think, for you to listen again and see how you hear things the second time. I have one last thing I want to share with you. The CAT is a snapshot of St. Paul right now. It is not good, it is not bad, it is not better, it is not worse. It is you, who you are. You uniquely St. Paul Lutheran Church. In this time, yes, not after COVID, but at this time, after a long period of time when we couldn't even be together, it's you after the departure of your former pastor, and it's you in this time when the world is quickly changing. There's a lot of information in there that is not meant to rate your church or any of that. It is information that you get to use to say, here we are today. How are we going forward together into the future as the body of Christ at St. Paul Lutheran Church? I am excited about the results course. I've seen lots of them. So nothing worries me because I know, wow, there is so much potential and so much information in the CAT that helps you zero in on how do we look at our levels of energy and levels of satisfaction, all with the purpose of going forward and saying, how do we raise levels of energy and satisfaction so that we can do more as the body of Christ, as St. Paul Lutheran Church, for the sake of the world. So, I hope that's partially a little bit comforting if anybody was concerned. What is really that cat saying? It's good. You have a lot to work with, and you have so many blessings here, and the people of St. Paul are so engaged and so forward-looking. And now we're going to use that cat, and that's part of those cat conversations, and in talking with council and transition team, how that cat is used as part of the transition process and your call process. One last thing. Sunday, November 21st, one service at 9:30 in the morning. After that worship service, we gather for another transition event, which is the Why Us event. That is, who is St. Paul? Why are you here? Why do you exist here in this place and this time? That is part of the transition process. And we're gonna learn all about it that Sunday, and you're gonna start working on it that Sunday. One thing I can tell you that maybe will help you really mark that off in your calendar and make sure you're there. St. Paul's Why statement has a space front and center on the first page of your ministry site profile that's given to potential candidates for your next pastor. It's important that everyone is a part of articulating who St. Paul Lutheran Church is and your purpose in this time and place. As always, thank you. You are a blessing to me. I am appreciating and so enjoying my time with you. And at any time, feel free to reach out for questions, concerns, ponderings, and I wouldn't mind a little bit of, hey, this is going well, thanks. All right, blessings on your day.